What's up, Hustle Gang's very own Tokyo JETZ checking in. Make sure you log on to hiphopweekly.com to check out my full interview, and make sure you download my new single, The One.
Hey guys, it's Kim So Major with Hip Hop Weekly in the building. We got Tokyo JETZ in here.
Oh, what's up?
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we wanted to get into some great questions about music. I've been watching you on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, you watch my Twitter?
Yes. I love your interaction with like everyone. Like you got the snapbacks, you got the love, you got, hey, let me correct you on this right here.
Thank you.
Yes. So how has been the last 2 years, this process for you?
It's definitely a huge change. I went from working 4 jobs, like all at once, to doing this, which is kind of 4 jobs all at once.
I noticed, like in one of your songs, you had mentioned that you went from working a 9 to 5 to working a 5 to 9.
Yeah. It's like a kind of all day thing.
Okay.
Like I can get a call at 2 a.m. when I think I'm supposed to be asleep. And somebody's like, "Hey, I need you to be somewhere," and I can't just be like, "Yeah." I can't just say no. I have to be there. So it's kind of consumed my entire life, but it's what I signed up for.
Absolutely. When did you realize like you wanted to like make it full time and it's worth it to give up your jobs? Because a lot of times people have a trouble with leaving a corporate world, like, not yet. Like, I need to be all the way there.
I actually worked until I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
Like, I was working at Comcast. I was also working at Apple. I was working at a shoe store called Hibbit. And then I was also working at another call center called ERC. But I had used, like, everything that I could to get out of work. I used all of my sick days, all of my effort. And it was, like, when I got the call from Tip saying he wanted me to fly to Atlanta, it was either go and lose my job or stay and keep my job. But even if I would have stayed and kept my job, if I would have got sick and actually needed to not be at work, I couldn't have.
Still would have lost it, right?
Yeah, so I think it just mattered more to be in Atlanta.
It was all good timing.
Tell us a little bit about your glow up. You're from Duval.
I am.
Can you say it for us?
Duval. Yeah, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I grew up with my mom. My dad wasn't really there, but I love him now. So, but yeah, I grew up with my mom, and then when I wasn't with my mom, I lived with my grandma. I got in a lot of trouble when I was younger, but it's kind of the stuff that I use to make my music now. We of course struggled growing up. My dad not being there didn't make it any easier, but it kind of made me stronger as a person because it made me feel like I didn't have to be dependent and I didn't need other people to be whatever I'm going to be or to do whatever I wanted to do.
I wanted to get into the music a little bit because you got the new single, The One, out.
I do.
Yes, and that's produced by?
It's produced by a group of guys, actually. There's 3 different guys. 2 of them are from Alabama, and then the other is from Atlanta. The name of the group is 48 Hertz. It's kind of up and coming group of guys, but I vibe with them like really well. Okay. And it was a song that I actually wasn't going to finish. But I wasn't feeling it.
Okay. The beat or just the
like it was more so I was working with my engineer in the studio and he always brings in outside producers. And I was like, let me just put something on this beat so he can get them out of the studio.
Okay.
And I did the first verse and KP heard it while it wasn't finished and he was like, I think you should finish it. KP, who's my manager. And I finished it and now I love the song.
Yeah. Obviously. I love the artwork too. That's pretty dope. Who came up with that?
Actually, KP and kind of Big Rankin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love Big Rankin. Shout out. And I know he was instrumental early in your career.
Absolutely.
Okay. So talk about that as far as an independent artist and like linking with people of, of that stature.
Again, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and he's also from there. And he plays a big part in the music scene there. Like, everybody from Jacksonville respects him. And he was the first person that actually, like, gave me a chance. He paid me for my first show. My first show I opened up for, I think, Meek Mill and Wale.
Okay. In Jacksonville? Oh, wow. And he paid you.
Yeah, he paid me.
Okay.
And other people were paying that. He paid me for my first show. He put me on the road for the first time. he shot my first video for me, and this is all stuff that he just did out of love. Like, people aren't just giving the game away.
Right.
And he's like been there since day one. So we kind of have a real close relationship. He's kind of like one of my uncles.
Right. Yeah, we see that.
One of the things that I noticed, I was listening to one of your mixtapes earlier, is that you have like a very lyrical type of flow, and then you can kind of go into the, I love it. But where did that come from?
I actually started out writing poetry, and I don't think it's something that I do purposely though. Okay. I just kind of like to tell stories, and it just kind of all flows together. But yeah, I started out writing poetry, and my older brother used to do the same thing. So he kind of taught me how to make things flow and mesh together. Yeah,
because the one song that's actually on the Grand Hustle project, where you and Dro go back and forth. I mean, it was like old school Outkast.
Yeah. That was actually the first song that I ever recorded with Grand Hustle. Yeah, so when I when I quit my job, I thought I was gonna like meet Tip in like a office building. Yeah, he gave me the address to the studio, and he's like, "This is the song. You think you can do something?" I'm like, "What? I think." And then they brought Dro in after me. I'm like, "Hold on now, y'all cheating."
Did you leave your lyrics the same? Were you like, "No, I'm good"?
No, I left it the same.
Yeah. Okay, so you write. You don't go off the top. Okay, you say you're a poet.
I feel like I don't think that's like easy for me to do. Yeah. I feel like when you freestyle, like how some artists do, I don't think you put much thought into what's actually being said. Yeah. And I have a point to get across, so I would rather actually think about what I'm going to say.
Right. Because, I mean, you have your vocabulary. I hear so many different styles from you, flows and stuff. Well, thanks. So, yeah. I mean, what do you like read a lot of books? Are you like, where are you getting this from?
Yeah.
Being around Tip, for one. But I think it's just like I definitely read a lot, but I read a lot of like urban literature. Okay. But just basically everyday life. It's not like I'm like reading a dictionary trying to, say, I need to use a word that's super long to make people feel like I know what I'm talking about. That's not the case. It's just everyday life.
And one of the things, I mean, like, do you mind having that title of being an MC? Because I feel like, I mean, like, you can't really say, like, that you're a female rapper. To me, you're just an MC. You kind of fall into that category of just being an MC. You could go with the big boys. Because look at, you got Rara, you got Dro, Tip, all those guys on an album, and you holding your own. And not only that, you stand out.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah, so do you mind being titled an MC?
I don't. Yeah. Not at all. I feel like when people try to call us female artists, you're kind of trying to limit us to like just this circle of other female artists. But if I can get on a song and I can do the same thing that they do or go harder, then you got to respect it. Yeah.
Definitely. And you call yourself, or did someone call you first, the baby goat, or did you give your name yourself?
People started calling me the GOAT. Okay. And I don't feel like I've done enough to be called the GOAT. Okay. I feel like people like Pop, Tip, Wayne, those people are GOATs. I feel like I'll be there like eventually, but as of right now, I'm just baby GOAT. I'll take that.
Definitely. So I have to ask you, who do you feel is your competition?
I don't have any. Okay. I don't feel like I'm competing with anyone. I might. Yes. I think I might do things for different reasons than other people. Okay. Like I've been through a lot of stuff, and I wouldn't want my nephew to ever go through the things that I've been through. Like there was a point where I slept in my car for like 3 months because I couldn't live with my mom, and I just didn't want to ask for help. Okay. And I wouldn't want him to ever have to feel like that's what he has to go through to get to where he wants to be. So I do stuff everything that I do is to make life for him better. Definitely. I'm not really competing with anybody. So I can, but I'm not.
In your own lane. No, I feel that, definitely. As far as the music goes, what inspires you in the studio? What gives you inspiration?
Everything. Definitely Twitter. But my struggles, stuff that I've been through, people around me, everything that I've spoken in music is either my truth or somebody's truth that I'm close enough to know exactly what's going on.
Dope. Now, I know you said Twitter, so let's get into Twitter a little bit. I mean, because you are really active. You're really active.
I love
so
Twitter.
Like, just Tony put her phone down. Like, she is really on there. Like, because I'd be like, okay, I know I'm on there a lot. So I know you juggling so many things. Like you said, you have 4 or 5 jobs. In this industry, you got to do photo shoots, rehearsal, interviews, shows, everything. So, what is it about Twitter? Like, you know, your love of it.
Okay, so I feel like every social site is like used for different things.
Yeah,
I feel like Facebook is for people that like know me, because there's like a limit on how many friends you can have, and I don't want to
family.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to them all the time. Instagram is just, you know, my pictures. I can't really say too much on there, but Snapchat and Twitter are like me.
Yeah,
all day,
100%, just
all day,
real rawness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know it's all fun. I see you take it in fun, take everything in strides.
Don't say what I do in there, because he might try to take my Twitter.
No, it's all good.
So what do you plan to get out of the game? Like, where do you plan to be in a couple of years?
I plan to be a household name. Yeah. I want to, of course, venture into other things, but most importantly, I want to inspire. Like, I come from absolutely nothing, and I know you probably heard a lot of people say that, but I actually give people hope where I come from. Like, in Jacksonville, they love me, and it's hard to get your city to actually support you.
True.
But they understand, like, that I come from nothing. So I just want to be able to make people get that it's, like, possible.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff bubbling up in Jacksonville right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of artists that we're seeing come through. When you go home, are you getting mobbed and stuff like that? Like, I know, like, do you ever do, like, school stuff? The kids are probably going
I actually just left from Jacksonville. My DJ had, like, a weekend full of events, and one of them was, like, a meet and greet at DTLR. And, like, as soon as I pulled up, everyone, like, mobbed the car. But it's love, though. Like, I don't feel like I need security. I don't feel like I'm threatened in any way. They love me to death. Yeah.
With the music, definitely, I can see you actually becoming a household name and actually taking over the reins of some of the
You hyping me up.
Yes, all day. No, well deserved.
I mean, like, I really don't feed people that unless I really am impressed by what you do, and I really am impressed by, like, your pen.
I appreciate it, though. Like, I just feel like I have a story to tell, and I don't feel like there's any other female artist that's doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Everybody wants you to see the glitz and the glam. Everybody wants you to know they got their breasts done.
Yeah.
Everybody want to sell sex, but I don't feel like I have to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. No, and I love your style. I love your personality, because I've been to a couple of your shows too, and I see it's a lot of guys there, and like even for guys to go to see a female artist is like says a lot, because you know they're not really trying to listen, so your content is spread across. So I really respect that.
I feel like it's relatable. Like, I just want to make music that people can not only just like vibe to, but also like understand and relate. And I feel like that's what I do. That's why you'll get the women there, and you also get the guys. It's a mixed crowd.
Yeah. Speaking of shows, what do you have lined up coming up in the next month or 2-3 weeks?
We are actually headed to South by Southwest, and I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I always have fun at South by Southwest. And then outside of that, of course, I have shows of my own planned that we're doing, and then we also have a run, I think a HBCU run coming also.
Oh, nice. That should be super fun. Yeah, we'll be out at South by Southwest too. Gotta have you stop by.
I'm with it.
I mean, are there any other projects you got coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually just released the one, of course. We have a 5-song project coming out. We're going to title that The One also, with a lot of dope music on there. And from there, we're going to release Baby Goat. Just gotta hold on a little bit, but yeah, Baby Goat is definitely on the way.
I just heard this cool song, Ball Greasy. How did you guys come up with that?
Give Me Kiss. I actually met Ball Greasy a couple years ago. He's been doing this thing for a while. I met him in Jacksonville at one of his shows a while ago, and he kind of resurfaced with his last project, which is called Bayday.
Yeah.
And he hit me up. He's like, I need you on this song, and it's gonna go crazy. So when he first sent it to me, it's like him singing on the hook. He like, give me a kiss. I'm like, hold on now. But I did the verse, and it went crazy. And I went live like when he first released the song, and ever since then, it's like been nonstop. People in my DM sending me.
I love that flow. I love your cadence, your whole tone on that. I was like, so good. It's like pushing through. Yes. Okay. Any other projects that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually just did a feature for another artist from Florida. It's a group of guys, 2 guys, called 300 Pounds of Guwap. The song is called I Love Florida.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's a really dope song. It actually releases this Friday.
Trying to do their thing, right?
We coming.
Yeah.
Trap is from Duval too.
Yeah.
I got a single on a song on Trap's project also.
Oh, wow. Cool.
It's called I think his project is called Evil Emoji, but the song is called Wet Wet.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I'm gonna look out for that.
It's dope.
All right.
Dope. And now you spoke a little bit about your journey, but is there anything that you wish you knew when you started that you know now that you could share with someone who's walking in your path?
Like an up and coming artist. You gotta trust the process. Like, stay true to whatever your craft is, and not go for whatever dream everybody's trying to sell you, because there's a million people around trying to sell a dream. And if you know what you want from the beginning, all of that won't matter. Like, when I first came in, everybody felt like, oh, I needed to rap about this, or I needed to dress like this, and nah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And I made my own thing.
Plus, you got a dope team around you.
You stay
too.
true to yourself.
Thank you.
That's definitely key.
Yeah.
Getting that support team in there. Who is your team? If people don't know, like what's your team?
My manager is KP Kwan. Of course, I'm signed to Grand Hustle Gang. I have a role manager, Josh, who's been here from day one. It's also my older brother, the person who's like helped me from the beginning. And my DJ Shab, of course, and I have my cameraman, JB. All of those people are from Jacksonville. Like, outside of KP and Grand Hustle, everybody around me are people from Jacksonville that I've known for like forever.
Day ones.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. Now, real quick, the project, the one you said you're working on, some features, anyone you could share with us, any like little gems you could drop?
There aren't actually any features on it. I felt like with my last project, I kind of overdid it with the features a bit, if that's the right word to use. And as of right now, I just kind of want the world to see what I can do.
Okay. Do we have a date for it? Estimate date?
We don't have a date, but it should be releasing within the next couple weeks.
Okay, bet. We're looking forward to that for sure.
Thank you. It'll be dope, I promise.
I'll cash a check on that. Definitely. And make sure you give everybody, your Twitter. Tell them where to follow you. Do you follow? Do you follow people back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do they have to say something?
Like, I will follow back if you say something to like make me laugh. If you like, I don't know. It's just like whatever catches my attention. I'll follow back. People usually try to like say off the wall stuff, and I snap back on them, and then they're blocked after that. But I definitely follow back when I get love.
Yes. All right.
Twitter. My Twitter is Real Tokyo Jets. My Instagram is Tokyo Jets. My Snapchat is Tokyo Jets. Jets is always spelled with the Z, not with the S.
All right, bet. Thank you so much for joining us, Kim So Major, Tokyo Jets in here. Peace.